Good morning, everyone. It is day 2 on the trail of Mr. Siptah. Today's journey takes us back into the city or the ruins of New Luxor. So yeah, let's go see what else happened with Mr. Siptah. Dead thing. Alright, coffee hasn't kicked in yet, but I got him anyway. Keep an eye out for puppies. Palisades up. Seems like a weird thing for the... What was that? I definitely didn't imagine that, right? What the hell is going on here? The dead are fighting each other? What is going on? Well, I don't want them to kill me, so I'm just gonna kill everybody and sort them out later. Whoa!
You picked the wrong fight. You picked the wrong fight.
Okay, well, I can't put the horse this close to the gate with this much going on. I'm not gonna go chasing that guy, so I'm gonna hide the horse in the roots of the tree here. Alright, Storm Shadow. Hopefully you're safe there. Okay, I'm just here for story bits. Did the Stygians come back? Is that what's going on here? But it looks like it's just flooded with undead. Lucy Moy!
Curse you!
Right up against your own palisades. Alright, we're just here for story notes, but I am sure this wasn't here before.
You picked the wrong fight.
Should be a Siptah journal around here. Oh, crap. Quit shooting at me.
Taste death. You picked the wrong fight.
That's right, you smash him up. You guys go deal with that guy. You know, before he gets any bread ideas. Oh, need to interact. With what? With what? Found it.
Curse you!
New Luxor! What a city this will be once our masons have finished restoring the stonework. The prince is pleased, the high priest is pleased, and even Threa seems pleased by our new colony. Now that we have established ourselves in the city, I have been forced to turn my mind to practical matters. The reasons for establishing this colony were threefold. A naval base to reduce piracy and smuggling along the western coast of the kingdom. Our fleet will begin patrolling the seas and policing the trade routes with the Black Kingdoms to the south. With adequate timber and arable land, we can also begin to build more ships for the fleet. The long-term goal is to counteract the maritime might of Argos and Zingara. As a port for the merchant vessels that pass along the coastline, as the only reliable source of fresh water, we can monopolize the merchants and create wealth in the form of taxation. We will also have first choice of luxury goods moving up and down the coastline, which should keep our prince happy. The third unspoken reason was to move our younger royal away from the intrigues of the capital. Prince Amontet was known in the Stygian capital for his ambitions. By giving him this duty, his father has deftly removed any threat to his heirs, while giving the prince the opportunity to prove himself. Deft politics, that. I've added a new goal to the mix. Uncovering the mysteries of the island and their purpose. My duties as scribe and advisor do not take too much of my time. I am left to my own amusements. The city itself contains many writings and tablets from Acheron. Unfortunately, leads me to any writings he finds, and the vault nearby also calls for my attention. Though the High Priest has declared it a holy site and is setting up an altar there. There is so much to see and do here. I cannot seem to find enough hours in the day. Freya, however, pines for home and family. I've told her that as soon as the colony is established, we can take a trip to Shem and visit. A princess of Shem in an arranged marriage to a lesser noble of the Stygian court. I cannot blame her. Perhaps I could bring her with me on some of my expeditions. I'll need to give it some thought.
Alright, I really want to progress the story, but I really want to know what's inside here, because this was definitely not here before. Maybe there's a boss. That'd be cool. New boss to smack around? I do not own this. And I can't just break it. I can't tell if I'm damaging it or not. Got a little gold mark on it. I do not own this. No kidding, I don't own this. Interact. Disable. Auto glues. Yeah, I can't do anything with it. Okay. Well then. What on earth is that? Is that it? No, it's just a hole. There it is.
The prince led a delegation of us south through the forest today to visit the new watchtower there, the aptly named South Watch Keep. Freya neglected to come with us, though I do feel that she appreciates being asked. She has warmed to me considerably since I made my recent overtures. Perhaps, but no. This is not the place to discuss my marriage. When we returned from our inspection of the keep, something has changed. The streets were abandoned, and the guards on the city gates were missing. The prince dispatched men who ran off through the streets while we waited for their return. Shaking, they guided us to the vault entrance, where a crowd had gathered around the body of the High Priest. His corpse was splayed across the altar, his stomach opened, and his entrails spilling like a red waterfall down the side of the altar. It was as if some horrible cosmic haruspix had decided to do a reading. On the stone walls that had been erected by the entrance to the vault, something was scrawled in the priest's blood. Glyphs in an ancient spidery language that was chilling to behold. The prince and his family were shocked, though Amontet was no stranger to blood. It was the death of the High Priest that shook him. An omen from Set that this fledgling colony might already be on the wrong track. Amontet instructed the guards to clear the crowd. I thought I glimpsed Freya as they herded them away. I stepped forward and examined the glyphs on the wall, and something tickled my memory. A phrase I had seen written on an ancient tomb beneath the Black Pyramid in Kemi. The prince asked me what it said. I turned to face him and tried not to let the fear show in my eyes. Heretic.
Alright, we're here. We'd be remiss to not go inside. Have I mentioned I don't like snakes? That's not a snake. That's a snake man! Ah ha ha! Make it dead! Okay, skinning these guys doesn't drop any special resources. Maybe there are bigger ones to attack. There's sure a lot of scrolls in here. I wonder if they're sorcerer scrolls. I don't need them, but that would be good for future reference. Okay, that guy's a little bigger than the other ones we fought. Make him dead. Oh yeah, he's a little sturdier. Okay.
Thank you. Die. Taste death. Curse you.
You know, like the sounds in here at all. Oops. I know better. Don't really want to go downstairs just yet until I've cleared this level.
You picked the wrong fight. Picked the wrong fight.
Are they immune to bleed? I feel like Julia should have made them bleed by now. They got poisoned. Logic dictates. Next destination is down these wacky stairs. Well, this guy wandered up here to say hi to us. Or he's around the corner somewhere. Alright, let's not step on anything till we've made everyone dead. Alright, now we push the button. Anything in this corner? No? Nothing? Okay. There's a dude that's just dead here. Okay, they're not immune to bleed. Julia, you've been slacking, and I just caught you. Maybe some kind of sacrificial pit? Certainly messy. Up to deal. The guy looks a little bigger than the other one. No, he's normal. Okay.
Gods take you. Curse you.
Nothing back here. Oh, we can go further back. And nothing back here. A lot of dead ends. Lots of eggs. Lots of broken eggs. Only hatched.
Curse you! God! You picked the wrong fight.
Alright, that guy looks kinda big. That's because he is kinda big. Let's see how he likes being on fire. Good tank points there. Boss away from the party. Ow. Instances like this, I'd be really grateful if there was a taunt mechanic, so I could juggle aggro. That'd be nice. I know, I'm demanding. So he was a champion, huh? Ah, okay, we're through. And before we get into the story of the Ancient Ones, or the Serpent Men, or whatever is in that green ball, let's learn how to make serpent weapons and serpent armors. Alright, we're done in here now. We took it from the blackest room at the top of the tower, an offering to buy us passage and prestige. Some of us were left behind to allay suspicions. The consequences would be dire, but the survival of our species is paramount. Okay, so that looks familiar. That looks like the thing that the, one of the other races, I think it was the fishmen, had to reconstruct because it had been damaged or something. At one point, I'll just have to splice all the story bits together. Did hopping through the portal require you guys to pop potions? What's going on there? Unlike the other vaults, this one's not guarded. Okay, we gotta go back into New Luxor again, which means you're just gonna go right in. What the hell is that? It's driving me nuts. I have to start cutting it out and editing. Okay, story back under the tree where you'll be safe. Fight our way through the skeletons again. I didn't realize there was a layer above me. Well, maybe the journal's up there. Up on that tower. These bits of story are hard to find. But, I don't know, maybe other people do this the same way I do. They find a couple tidbits and then they get obsessed. And in that, I guess it's effective, because, you know, it makes you spend time in each of the places. Some people like playing hide and seek. I am not one of them. Should be safe here for the moment. There's a boss inside this building. There it is. Can I get it without fighting him again? Because I don't really want to. Okay, here it is. Had to kill the thing. There was no getting around it.
I have not found the time to write in this journal lately. At least half a year has passed since the High Priest was murdered. And the cascade of changes that has wrought on this colony have been deep indeed. In the days after his death, we made a determined effort to enter the vault, but it would not open. The runes on the outside of the vault are in a script that I cannot translate. And though it seems likely that there is some keying mechanism, we have yet to find it. As the shock of the death faded, and the demands of the fledgling colony reasserted itself, the prince dispatched a ship to Kemi to find us a new priest. But the ship has not returned, and the consequences have been dire. I have realized these how fundamental the worship of Satan
See what these guys are reading.
of our kingdom. A Stygia without Set, a Stygia without order. When the fear of sacrifice, when the punishment of possession is
God take you!
what then? We are seeing the beginnings of this on the island. And in the wake of the High Priest's death, it seemed as though cults were springing up across the entire colony. Some fell to worshipping the minor deities of Set's pantheon, but others turned to foreign gods. Freya thinks it is admirable. Her eyes glitter with hatred as she speaks of Set and the cruelty of his religion. She has tried more than once to convince me to forswear Set and turn my faith to one of her foreign gods. Asura, I believe it was. As the religious unrest grew, we had other problems. Our logging camps have been attacked in the forest by mysterious beasts, if the survivors are to be believed. This has put our plans for an expansive fleet on hold, and in turn, the revenue that such a fleet would bring. I have written multiple dispatches for the prince, with each one growing more and more desperate. He demands that his father send him more troops to help tame the wild island. As for myself, I have explored the ruins that are closest to New Luxor, but those ruins seem to point to a larger Asheronian city on the western side of the island. I have learned all that I can here. I have asked the prince for support to make an expedition to the west, which he has granted, but only under the condition that I do not take any troops. Bakhotep has agreed to accompany me, and surprisingly, Freya has also agreed to come. We leave tomorrow.
Curse you! Die! Gods take you!
Alrighty, so it sounds like Siptah headed west. So what we'll do is we'll start heading towards home. I believe there's one journal on the way, so we'll go ahead and we'll hit that next week. And then we'll proceed to whatever city thing he was looking for far to the west. Until then, remember to spay and neuter your pets and family members. Das Vidania.